Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Koala English Podcast. I'm Anthony, and I'm so excited today because we're talking about something that can seriously change your English fast. Yes, really fast.
Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha, and I'm honestly really happy you're here with us because today's topic is not just study English. It's about how to make English feel more natural inside your head, which sounds a little funny, right?
Yes. Have you ever had this problem? You want to speak, but your brain keeps translating from your first language, word by word, and then your speaking becomes slow, stressful, and not very natural.
And sometimes you know the words, but your mind feels busy, like it's doing two jobs at the same time, and it gets tired.
Exactly. So today, we're learning how to train your brain to think in English, even if you live in a country where English is not spoken every day.
And don't worry, this is not difficult. It's small, simple mental exercises you can do anywhere. At home, on the bus, at work, even before you sleep.
We'll show you how to start with single words, then move into short sentences, then even practice imaginary conversations, so English slowly becomes part of your inner speech.
And we'll also share a really helpful trick. If you don't know a word, you can still keep thinking in English by describing it instead of stopping.
So by the end of this episode, you'll have a clear plan to build a new habit. Less translating, more thinking, and smoother speaking.
If you enjoy learning English through friendly conversations like this, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next episode.
All right, everyone. Are you ready to train your brain?
Let's get started.
All right, Samantha. Today we're going somewhere deeper than grammar rules and vocabulary lists. We're talking about the voice inside your head. The voice that thinks before you speak. That's the real training ground for fluency.
Yes, because so many learners tell me I understand English, but when I speak, everything feels slow. It's like their brain is buffering, loading.
That usually happens because the brain is translating. First, your native language builds the idea. Then English tries to catch up. So every sentence requires 2 steps.
And 2 steps take time. It's like your brain is working overtime without extra pay.
So today we want to guide you through 6 mental habits, not tricks, not shortcuts, but real training patterns that slowly reshape how your brain handles English.
And we're giving each habit a clear name. So when you finish this episode, you'll actually remember them.
Let's begin with something simple but powerful. I like to call it word spotlight.
Word spotlight. I love that name.
Because you're shining a small spotlight on the world around you. No full sentences, no grammar pressure. Just naming.
For example, you're sitting at your desk. In your mind, laptop, keyboard, coffee, notebook, lamp.
Then as you walk outside, car, tree, sky, traffic light, bus stop.
And you're not rushing, you're not testing yourself. You're simply building direct connections between English and real life.
Over time, those direct links reduce translation. Recognition becomes faster, and recognition always comes before fluent speech.
And when you're ready to grow from there, we move into something I call describe, don't freeze.
Because what usually happens when we forget a word?
We freeze.
Exactly. So instead of stopping, you describe the idea in English.
If you forget garage, you think It's the place where I put my car.
If you forget microwave, you think it's the machine that makes food hot very quickly.
You stay inside English. You keep the meaning alive.
And emotionally, this is huge. Your brain learns it doesn't need to panic just because one word is missing.
That flexibility builds courage.
Now, once you're comfortable with that, there's another layer, something I like to call scene talking.
Scene talking feels very natural.
It's simply describing what's happening around you in real time.
In a cafe, the cafe is busy. 2 people are talking near the window.
At a train station, the train is late. It's cold this morning.
Short, simple, living sentences.
And here's the important part. Don't stop to correct every tiny grammar detail. Let the thought move forward.
Because fluency grows from flow, not constant correction.
Then we bring English even closer to your personal life with something called daily narrator.
Daily narrator means you quietly narrate your own routine.
When you wake up, I'm getting out of bed. I need coffee.
During the day, I'm sending an email. I'm preparing lunch.
You can even plan ahead. After work, I'm going to the gym. Tonight, I'll study.
Now, English is attached directly to your real actions, not textbook examples.
When that starts to feel comfortable, you can challenge yourself gently with something more dynamic. Mind conversations.
This is where you interview yourself, quietly.
Imagine someone asking, "What did you do last weekend?"
You answer in your mind. I stayed home. I visited my cousin.
Then expand. It was relaxing. I needed rest.
You can even practice job interview questions or social conversations.
This trains response speed because real conversations don't give you 5 minutes to prepare.
And finally, the habit that ties everything together. I like to call it capture and repeat.
Whenever you notice a new word during your day, don't just memorize it.
Write it down with context.
For example, commute. I needed this word while thinking about going to work.
Or deadline. I used this when describing my project.
Then review regularly. Repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds automatic recall.
And here's the real secret. Do a little every day.
Not one long session once a week, just 5 or 10 minutes daily.
Consistency creates habit. Habit creates automatic thinking.
And one day you'll answer someone in English and suddenly realize you didn't translate first.
You might even surprise yourself in the middle of the sentence.
That quiet moment when English appears naturally is the beginning of true fluency.
So today we explored word spotlight, describe, don't freeze, scene talking, daily narrator, mind conversations, and capture and repeat.
6 small habits, 1 big transformation.
Now we'd love to know, which one feels most natural for you to try first?
Tell us in the comments. Even writing your answer is part of your training.
And remember, fluency doesn't arrive suddenly. It grows quietly inside your daily thoughts.
Let's keep training your brain gently.
And we'll keep improving together.
Can I ask you something honestly? When you first tried to think in English, did it feel unnatural?
Very unnatural. Why do you ask? Because I remember trying, and after 2 sentences, my brain switched back to my native language. Have you ever felt that automatic switch?
Yes, and that switch usually happens because translation feels safer.
Safer?
Yes, your first language is comfortable. English feels uncertain, so your brain runs back to comfort.
So when learners say, I can't think in English, what's really happening?
They're not failing. They're just not used to staying inside uncertainty yet.
That's interesting. So it's not a vocabulary problem?
Not always. Sometimes it's a courage problem.
Courage? Even inside your own head?
Yes, because thinking imperfectly can feel uncomfortable. Have you ever stopped a sentence in your mind because it wasn't correct?
Oh, yes, many times. I would think, wait, that tense is wrong. And then everything collapsed.
And what happened next?
I gave up. I went back to my first language.
That's the moment that matters. What if instead of correcting immediately, you allowed the imperfect thought to finish?
Even if it's grammatically wrong?
Even then. Because fluency grows from flow, not constant interruption.
So maybe the real shift isn't about being correct.
It's about continuing.
Continuing, even when it feels slow?
Yes. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed a moment when English just appeared in your mind without translation?
Actually, yes. Once I planned my morning in English and didn't realize it until later.
And how did that feel?
Small, but powerful.
That's the beginning of trust.
Trust in what?
Trust that your brain can handle English directly.
Do you think fluent speakers were always confident?
No, they were once hesitant learners too.
So, what made them different?
Let me ask you, do you think they never made mistakes?
Of course they did.
Absolutely. So what separated them?
Maybe they didn't stop?
That's it. They kept practicing internally, quietly, repeatedly.
So, fluency isn't dramatic.
No, it's built in ordinary moments.
Like naming objects while walking?
Yes, or describing your coffee, or answering imaginary questions in your head.
Those feel too simple sometimes.
Simple doesn't mean ineffective. Let me ask you, how many small repetitions does it take to build a habit?
A lot.
And what is thinking in English if not a habit?
So, we're not training speaking first.
We're training thinking first.
And when thinking changes, speaking follows?
Naturally. Let's turn this to you. When do you translate the most?
Is it when someone asks you a sudden question?
Or when you're nervous?
Or during presentations?
What emotion appears first? Pressure? Fear? Embarrassment?
And which of the 6 habits feels most realistic for your daily life?
Not the most impressive one. The one you would actually practice tomorrow.
Would you start with word spotlight?
Or daily narrator?
Or maybe mind conversations because you want faster responses?
If you practiced just 5 minutes a day, what could change in 1 month?
Have you thought about that?
And here's something deeper. In which part of your life do you most want to think naturally in English?
At work?
With friends?
When traveling?
Take a moment. Picture it.
And if you feel comfortable, write in the comments. When does translation slow you down most? And which habit will you try this week?
Your answer might inspire someone else who feels stuck. So today you've trained recognition, flexibility, narration, response speed, and memory.
And all of that begins inside your thoughts, not in front of people. That keeps clarity,
but avoid sounding like a classroom summary. Can I ask you one last question? Of course. How long did it take you to think effortlessly in your first language?
Years.
So why expect English to feel automatic in just a few months?
That's an important reminder.
Your brain is building a new pathway.
And pathways don't appear instantly.
They form through repetition,
Through small daily practice,
not through comparison.
not through pressure.
Just steady effort, even on ordinary days.
One day, you'll answer someone in English without translating first.
And you might not even notice it at the beginning.
But later, you'll realize something has shifted.
Quietly, gently.
Because thinking in English is not about perfection.
It's about staying consistent long enough for your brain to adapt.
And that adaptation may be quieter than you expect, but it's already beginning.
So keep training your mind.
Keep allowing imperfect thoughts to move forward.
Keep choosing English, even when it feels slow.
We're proud of you for doing this work.
And we'll see you in the next episode of the Koala English Podcast.